so relaxed. I'll watch TV for a bit.
Vaccines are safe, and there's no cost to you.
And good Thursday morning to you, Craig Melvin here at MSNBC World Headquarters in New York City. And this is a busy hour full of breaking news. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi just started talking to reporters there, and boy, do we expect some interesting questions for her today from those reporters, because that bipartisan group of senators has reached a tentative agreement on an infrastructure deal. Just 45 minutes from now, that group is going to be meeting with President Biden at the White House. We're going to continue to listen and monitor Speaker Pelosi here. We may take you there in just a moment. Another huge issue, voting rights, and how Democrats can get something passed on Capitol Hill right now. We're also watching a hearing on the Hill about voting rights. In moments, we're going to dig into the fight over how we vote with the oldest son of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. But we do want to start with that breaking news down in Florida right now. A massive search and rescue. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi just announcing that they are, in fact, going to be creating a select committee to investigate the January 6th insurrection. You'll recall the attempt at creating a bipartisan committee failed. The Speaker of the House just announcing they're apparently going to go it alone, and they're going to have a select committee. Let's listen in.
People keep referencing the 9/11 Commission, and 9/11 was signed into law by the President of the United States on November 27, 2002, 14 and a half months after 9/11. In the meantime, Congress had a bipartisan committee investigate 9/11. I serve as co-chair of that as a ranking Democrat on the Intelligence Committee, so I know it full well. And it provided great information that was useful to the 9/11 Commission once it came into being. So we see this as complementary, not instead of, and hopeful that there could be a commission at some point. As I said on the House floor, when we passed the legislation on the commission, the capital of the United States has always been a glorious beacon of democracy for the American people and the world. Say it again. The Select Committee is about our democracy, about ensuring that the Capitol Dome remain a symbol of freedom, about preserving America's role as an emblem of resilience, determination, and hope. That is our purpose, that is what the Select Committee will be about, and that is about seeking and finding the truth. Yes, ma'am. Well, I will make those announcements later. Right now, I'm announcing that there will be a select committee, as there was at the time of 9/11. A committee of the
pardon me.
Congress of the United States to investigate 9/11. I don't think that we can abandon that responsibility, and I see no reason to be hopeful if the Republican senators are saying that doing a personal favor for for Mitch McConnell, rather than doing their patriotic duty. And my members have thought that we've had great deal of patience. It's almost 6 months, 4 weeks since they hopefully took the vote in the Senate thinking that they could get at least 10 Republican votes. And again, we yielded on every point. We yielded on makeup of the committee, we yielded on the timing of the committee, we yielded on the process of the committee. I just would not yield on the scope. They wanted to make it about Black Lives Matter. That wasn't what happened on January 6th. So I was not going to yield on the scope. And that's where we are.
Yesterday, Chuck McCarthy dismissed the idea of a select committee as political. I have talked to some Democrats in the House, Republicans in the House, that worry that any committee that comes out looking at 1/6 will be looked at as political and therefore may not have the same impact. Do you worry that the select committee's findings will be dismissed or taken somehow?
I don't worry about that at all. I do think it would have been preferable to have an outside commission. There were those who thought that the Republicans would, God knows who they would appoint, so that's worth the risk, because I think that has a legitimacy in the public mind. But I have no intention of walking away from our responsibility, and I don't care what, I hope that Kevin will appoint responsible people to the committee. Yes, so next one.
Is there a timeline that you want this committee to have a final report to you?
Yes.
Who will this committee report to, and what does that final report look
Well,
like?
the timeline will be as long as it takes for them, the time they need to do the investigation of the causes of this. There are two actual hats. One is about the root causes of it. The white supremacy, the anti-Semitism, the Islamophobia, all the rest of it that was so evident when you see a sweatshirt on one of the people saying Camp Auschwitz. The other is the security of the Capitol and what it means to be ready for such an insurrection. While I think we could have been better prepared, I don't think anybody would have foreseen an insurrection incited by the President of the United States. So the timetable will be as long as it takes. We were agreeable to doing it in a time frame that the Republicans felt comfortable with.
This is the kind of card that has America talking. With it, people with Medicare are getting all-in-one coverage for their doctor visits, hospital care, prescription drugs, and more. This kind of insurance, called Medicare Part C, may also cover dental care, eyeglasses, hearing aids, fitness programs, vitamins, even healthy meals and rides to the doctor. With this kind of coverage, you do not need a Medicare supplement insurance plan. You will access your benefits through your Medicare Part C plan for one low and oftentimes $0 monthly plan premium. You deserve to get more from your Medicare benefits. Call eHealth now for free information that may help you get more coverage for less money, whether for yourself or someone you love. Call the eHealth number on your screen now. Call now.
Has gone by, and another month has gone by. So we'll just have to make the plan and see how long that takes. Yes, Ken? Infrastructure. Any further on it tonight? One more, and then we'll go to infrastructure.
At the select committee, Paul McCartney to testify on his conversation.
I'm not going into what the committee will do. That's up to the committee to make their determination. But it is clear that the Republicans are afraid of the truth. Yes, sir. Yeah, I said we'll go to infrastructure.
Obviously, bipartisan plan is not fantastic, not socialized,
Well, let me just say that I associate myself with what the president has put forth to build back better. But the Republican, but this bipartisan bill is more of traditional infrastructure, which is important. But we have to do more in terms of how we're going to the future. So let me be really clear on this. We will not take up a bill in the House until the Senate passes the bipartisan bill and a reconciliation bill. If there is no bipartisan bill, then we'll just go when the Senate passes a reconciliation. But I'm hopeful that we would have a bipartisan bill. I think it would be really important to demonstrate the bipartisanship that has always been a hallmark of our infrastructure legislation. It's always been bipartisan. And less so when President Obama was president because the Republicans wanted to shrink the program. But nonetheless, it was a bipartisan bill. Some 11:45, we'll all be waiting to see what the announcement is, and then we'll go from there. But make sure you understand that when people say, well, I'm not going to vote for this unless I see that, there ain't going to be no bipartisan bill unless we're going to have to do reconciliation. Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to take up legislation in response to criticism from Amazon, Apple, Facebook, that these bills would be harmful to innovation and to consumers. And confirm that you would speak with Apple's system.
There's no question that let me just say what this is about rather than their characterization about it. There has been concern on both sides of the aisle about the consolidation of power of the tech companies.
They're different.
And this legislation is an attempt to address that in the interest of fairness, in the interest of competition, in the interest of meeting the needs of people whose privacy, whose data, and all the rest is at the mercy of these tech companies. So I've said to them, if you have a substantive concern, put it forth as Congress works its will. That's my conversation with China's president. CEO. It's just that. In other words, Congress will work its will. We'll have the marketing committee, will go to rules if you have substantive concerns and you have members, then they have members who have voted with them on this. They can put forth what they want to put forth, but we're not going to ignore that the consolidation that has happened and the concern that exists on both sides of the aisle.
go about, taking away features like prime shipping on some items, applying my items that people are accustomed to. The way you strike the balance.
Well, I don't think we will be having that conversation here, but we certainly want to meet the needs of the consumer. The consumer, competition, consumer and competition, that's what our responsibility is about. And gosh, it's technology has been a wonderful asset to the future of our country. It has also been a challenge in terms of privacy, fairness, exploitation of people's data, and the rest. Yes, ma'am.
And when it comes to infrastructure, a number of progressives have said that while it's a good thing to see this bipartisan bill potentially moving forward, they may have to hold out for this huge infrastructure element that they're really trying to be passed to come on. How are you trying to quell their potential concerns that, this legislation may come up later on this?
But as I said, there won't be an infrastructure bill unless we have a reconciliation bill. Plain and simple. In fact, I use the word ain't. There ain't going to be an infrastructure bill unless we have the reconciliation bill passed by the United States Senate. Because we have the shared values. This is really important what President Biden, the Biden-Harris administration is doing. It really should give people hope. It's transformative, if not revolutionary. It's transformative in that we're talking about doing infrastructure in a way that is about the future, that protects our planet, that is resilient and green and sustainable. It's about doing it in a way that opens the door to many more people to participate in the prosperity of our country. It's about saying we want women to be part of building the future of our country. And for that, and for men too, dads too, we need child care. We need child tax credit. We need family and medical leave. We need workforce training and development so that many more people can participate. And we need our justice formula in there so that we're undoing harm done to neighborhoods, people of color, and previously not represented, but underserved communities in that regard. So this is about something new and different. We all share that value, starting with the President of the United States. House and Senate Democrats are united in that we are not having we're not bringing, in our House, we're not bringing to the floor unless both bills pass in the Senate. And it's going to be, it's building back better with women. I always say with women, but with women I also mean with minorities, people of color, and the rest of that. With women, with diversity, with equity, with justice in our communities as we go forward. So we have a fabulous opportunity. And if we could do a chunk of it first in the infrastructure bill, that would be good. And I hope that will happen. And we're hoping that in an hour we will hear that it will. But then we have to go to the, what happens, we go from there to the budget bill, which then enables us to enter
I just saw
into
upload this time.
the writing of the